Magandang araw mga ka-DigiTalks. Welcome to the MSME DigiTalks Accelerating MSME Competitiveness through Digital Transformation. Again, this is Sheridan Morales from the Bureau of SME Development and we are on our last episode for this year. Marami pong salamat sa inyong patuloy na pagtangkilik at pagsama sa amin virtually at ngayon na po ang huling episode ng ating MSME DigiTalks para sa taon na ito. First, we would like to acknowledge our regional focal persons, DTI colleagues, and business counselors who continuously assist our MSMEs and support our activities on digitalization. And of course, we would like to acknowledge our MSMEs who are participating here right now. Thank you so much for being here with us. Kami po ay nagagalak na pinakita ninyo sa amin ang inyong interes na alamin at matuto tungkol sa digitalization. As we approach our last episode, we are pleased to inform you that we have a total of 55 participants as of now. Okay, meron po tayong 655 participants from our first up to 6th episode last week. So right now, meron pa lang tayong 55 participants. So hopefully mamaya ay dumami po yan. So we greatly appreciate that you are choosing to spend time with us every Thursday afternoon. Maraming salamat po sa patuloy ninyong pagsuporta at pagsubaybay sa amin. Again, for those who have just tuned in, we would like to inform you that the MSME DigiTalks aim to push forward the digitalization agenda of the DTI to improve the business operations, competitiveness, and resilience of MSMEs through information sessions on topics most needed by MSMEs to thrive in the digital world. To give a recap, may we show you the topics discussed on the previous episodes. For weeks 1 to 6, we invited speakers from the government sector to discuss their various initiatives in supporting MSME digital development. Likewise, we have also invited our partner enablers in our MSME tech tools to discuss and offer their apps, systems, and solutions that can be easily accessed by MSMEs to help them grow and widen their market access tools that can help them scale up their businesses. On our first episode, we focus on productivity tools and have invited speakers from the Department of Information and Communications Technology, Peddler, and Zales. On our second episode, we have presented digital payment tools wherein we invited speakers from Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, JustPay2, and MasterCard. For our third episode, our topics were focused on lending apps and tools for business, which is finding available financing opportunities and resources to help MSMEs scale up their business. We have invited speakers from Small Business Corporation, Industry, and Credit BPO. On our fourth episode, our topics is focused on e-commerce tools and trends such as promising online shopping sites. We have invited the Department of Science and Technology, Apigo Philippines, and Shopboxo. On our fifth episode, we discuss on enterprise resource planning tools, which are types of softwares that MSMEs can use to manage day-to-day business activities. We have invited speakers from Britannia Global Solutions, StoreHub Philippines, and TeamView Philippines. On our sixth episode last week, we focus on on-demand IT services and tools, wherein tools and resources that are available based on the needs of MSMEs. We have invited Amazon Web Services, ROC.ph, and No Code Philippines. Okay, before we proceed, may we request everyone to turn on their cameras for a virtual picture-taking opportunity. Okay? Okay. May I also remind everyone to fill out the attendance for today's session. Just click the link in the chat box. Certificates will be issued as long as you will be able to attend at least 4 sessions and have completed to fill out the customer satisfactory form or CSF, which will be posted later on. May we kindly request our participants who have not yet accomplished the online MSME digitalization survey to kindly fill up the online form. Kindly click the link in the chat box. The survey takes about 10 to 15 minutes to complete, and we hope that you can spare time in answering the survey. In this regard, we are conducting this short survey to determine the digitalization status of DTI-assisted MSME. That information will be used by the Bureau as input in designing the succeeding information sessions, as well as in developing plans, activities, and projects that will help in accelerating the digitalization of MSME. Okay. As shown in the screen, out of 100 respondents from our DigiTalks, 80% are into sole proprietorship, 8% are cooperatives, and 5% are into partnership or corporation. 58% have internet connection, 35% are using their mobile data, and 7% are connecting with a shared facility. With regards to the information and communication tools or ICT, 37.9% are using their mobile phones for their business, while 19 respondents are using laptops but without internet. There are 48 respondents who uses laptops with their own internet. 52% have printers and 32% have scanners as well. 21.1% of the respondents are using software programs for their business. Of the 100 respondents, only a handful of MSMEs, or 22%, are using advanced digital technologies through Fab Labs such as 3D printers, blockchain, and artificial intelligence. Almost all of our respondents have social media accounts such as email, Facebook, Messenger, Twitter, and TikTok. About 56%, or a little more than half of our respondents, have not enrolled in e-commerce platforms. 25% have already enrolled in the APEC MSME Marketplace, 14% in DOST One Store, and 5% in Co-op Biz. Still, a lot of MSMEs do not have their own website, and we encourage you all to create one for branding and credibility. Almost 96% are using major payment gateways such as GCash, online banking, and credit cards. These are the results of the survey, and we need your responses so we could develop plans, activities, and projects that will help in accelerating the digitalization of MSMEs, as mentioned earlier. Okay, to formally start our 7th episode, a video of her inspirational message has been prepared for all of us. Our first guest has an extensive research experience on development issues with focus on industrial policy, regional economic integration, international trade, foreign direct investment, competition policy, and small and medium enterprises. A researcher turned policymaker, she also led the formulation and implementation of the Comprehensive National Industrial Strategy, Inclusive Innovation Industrial Strategy, or I3S, and the new industrial policy known as the Science, Technology, and Innovation-Based Industrial Strategy. She also initiated DTI's Innovation and Industry 4.0 activities, along with the crafting of the Strategic Investment Priority Plan. She is currently the chair of the Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprise Development Council, or MSMED 2017 to 2022, Technology and Innovation Committee. Let us all hear from the Undersecretary of the Department of Trade and
Good morning,
Industry,
everyone.
Competitiveness Innovation Group.
Good morning.
Ms. Rafaelita M. Aldaba.
Good morning, everyone. It is indeed a great pleasure to join you virtually at MSME DigiTalks. Congratulations to our Bureau of MSME Development, OIC Director Emma Asusano, on this very useful initiative. In a 2022 survey report, the DAI Global Company indicated that MSMEs in the Philippines are progressively using digital tools in their business activities. More than 50% of the MSMEs surveyed reported that they were using digital tools for business purposes in the past year. Almost 81% of online MSMEs said that digital technologies were either vital or crucial to their operations. However, the report also stated that the commonly cited challenges among online and offline MSMEs included lack of knowledge, access to devices, perceived lack of relevance to their businesses, and poor or no internet connectivity. Digitalization enables MSMEs to deliver their products and services to a greater number of customers globally and to operate seamlessly. Deepening the participation of MSMEs in the digital economy can enhance their competitiveness through the following channels. First, improvements in logistics efficiency. New technologies can speed up delivery times and cut down on the need for storage space. For instance, Insight Supply Chain Solutions provides the tools from fleet dispatch, transport management, to supply chain financing. Second, promotion of market expansion. With lower barriers to entry in the digital economy, MSMEs can use e-commerce and global e-marketplaces to reach foreign markets. Examples are Grocery, which is a tech-enabled B2B platform that helps sari-sari stores, and Great Deals e-commerce, which is offering end-to-end e-commerce services, handling everything from digital content, web design, analytics, and chat support. Third, access to finance and seamless payment systems. Financial technology, or fintech, is a key enabler of financial inclusion, allowing the unbanked to participate in the digital economy. Fourth is access to technology and expertise. MSME participation in the digital economy can provide access to digital professional services and different digital platforms or solutions for their complex business needs. For instance, Rumaraket is an AI-enabled startup that uses machine learning algorithms to help companies hire faster, better, and smarter. Fifth is access to skills. MSMEs can leverage digital capacity building opportunities to ensure that they can ride the wave of growing demand through digital know-how and skills, enabling them to better compete in the market and sustain the growth of their business operations. Lastly, inclusion. Digital trade eases barriers arising from societal biases, such as in the case of women, the youth, and gig economy entrepreneurs. UBX, for example, is able to bring digital financial services to unbanked and underbanked individuals in financially underserved communities all over the country. It connects financial institutions and community-based financial services nationwide, including remittance centers like Cebuana Luwilier, LBC, Palawan Express, and Pera Hub. In fact, during the pandemic, its network helped expedite DSWD's disbursement of the Social Amelioration Program to beneficiaries. Apart from this, other equally important benefits arising from digitalization include improvements in productivity and competitiveness. Through the use of new technologies, MSMEs can improve their processes by bringing down their costs of operations through more efficient use of raw materials and power, thus expanding their production, leading to substantial improvements in productivity and competitiveness. At the same time, the use of new technologies can enable our MSMEs to become more innovative through the creation of new products and services. The DTI remains committed to creating an enabling environment that will support MSMEs in their journey. We are implementing an industrial policy that is science-based and technology and innovation-driven, with focus not only on embracing Industry 4.0 technologies like artificial intelligence, robotics, blockchain, advanced manufacturing, and Internet of Things, but as well as to develop more innovative MSMEs and startups, along with human resource development, capacity building, and reskilling and upskilling our workforce. We are implementing startup incubation and acceleration programs to support startup companies in pursuing their global business development, fundraising, linkages with investors, and improvements in their market access. In line with our industrial strategy, the DTI is also driving government's efforts to bridge the gaps in the innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem in the regions through the Regional Inclusive Innovation Centers to promote research and development by linking MSMEs, startups, and large domestic companies with universities. These are just among the major efforts of the DTI to support the digital transformation of industries, particularly the MSMEs. These are necessary to foster a vibrant and dynamic industry ecosystem, one that is full of opportunities where Filipino talents and MSMEs can unleash their creativity towards creating more disruptive products, processes, and business models. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yusuf Aldaba, for that inspiring message. Narinig po natin ang maraming efforts ng DTI at itong MSME DigiTalks ay isa lamang sa mga initiatives para suportahan ang digital transformation ng ating mga MSMEs. Okay, for our topic for this episode, our first topic is about financial and legal tools. Our first speaker is from TaxSumo, an accredited online tax compliance tool in our country, offering various benefits to relieve tax worries of MSMEs with their end-to-end online tax submission process, from tracking your income and expenses all the way to tax filing and payment. Our first speaker is a tax awareness advocate, as the former customer service representative and a product manager of TaxSumo. She currently works as TaxSumo's associate for tax stocks, as she focuses on homeschooling her daughter while managing taxation concerns for their business and doing tax stocks every now and then. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome TaxSumo expert in residence, Miss Melanie Santiago. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Magandang hapon. Good afternoon, everyone. And siguro what I want to highlight, instead of people looking at me as a tax expert, I want you to remember me as a tax awareness advocate. So when I was introduced, I'm not an accountant. I want to clarify that. But I am a homemaker, I am a homeschooler, and we are co-managing a business together with my husband. And that led me to really learning taxes. Naintindihan ko later on that for you to be successful in what you do as a professional and in your business, you have to understand taxes. So we are here. I am here for you. And don't worry, okay, we're not going to calculate your income right now. We're not even going to ask for you to remit your taxes today. But this will prepare you in your journey, especially it's going to be the end of the year. And in the coming months, there's going to be the big, grand annual ITR filing. So I hope that you listen with the intention that this is for me. This is for you. This is for you to do your part as a Filipino citizen. And this is for your peace of mind that, you know, one day you are not scared that BIR will send you a letter sa bahay ninyo. But at least ahead, you are proactive to understand taxes. So magandang hapon, everyone. We are on the first day of December, few days before Christmas. And I applaud each and every one of you who are here because before the year ends, you have this initiative to understand. I like the words what Yusek was using kanina, progressive and linkage. This is a way for you to be part of that progressive data of progressive people, part of that data that are part of being linked to solutions such as us. So allow me to share my screen. And I hope someone can tell me if it's already seen. Nakikita niyo na po yung aking screen. So, good afternoon, everyone. We are Taxumo, and we are a web application that helps gig workers, self-employed individuals, and small business owners with their payment collections and tax compliance. So, why are we here as a company? People get reminded of taxes when they think of loan. Maglo-loan na ako, I want to expand my business. I want to build my house bilang produkto ng aking paghihirap, or maybe get a car. People remember taxes when there's that because there's ITR, there's tax records checking. But what about visa application? Especially now that people want to travel after the restriction, and there's also that reminder that, you know, ITR has to be checked. Or probably some of you are attending here because of fear that one day maybe BIR will come knocking at your door or send you that love letter, and you don't want to suffer from penalties. But what I want you to remember is that when you learn taxes, it prepares you for bigger clients. So in fact, kanina I've heard one of the part of the talk was encouraging you to build your website for branding. That's one of the initiatives. But you know, one thing that you also need to be equipped of is really learning on taxes, because your name is out there already. Your brand is out there already. So our vision, as we are the #1 business portal where MSME can find tools that they need to increase productivity and succeed in their business. Yun lang yung intention namin, to help you out. And our mission is to help you, individuals and MSME, to focus on your core business, whatever it is that you do, whatever it is that you're passionate about. In that way, Taxumo will become a key enabler of the UNDP goal #8, which is full and productive employment, decent work for all women and men by 2030. So here are our founders. You may have come across them. They have a lot of YouTube contents, especially we have our co-founder and CEO, EJ Arboleda. So I'm here in behalf of him. We also have Ms. Ginger Arboleda, a co-founder and COO of Taxumo. We have Evan Tan, the CMO and co-founder as well. And we have also Kevin Baldonado, the co-founder and CLO. So the heart of this business is really help you out, that you can focus on your passion and worry less about taxes. So we have our early milestones, just to let you know that you are in great hands when you work with Taxumo. We are the first Philippine startup, and we want you to take that as kami ay Pilipino, naiintindihan namin ang inyong concern sa taxes bilang isang Pilipino. So to be included in the PH Board of Investments priority plan and won several awards. So I don't have to name them. You can see them on your screen. We have proven that our intention has propelled us to getting these awards as well. So the Taxumo customer. So among our clients right now, we have professionals, creatives, designers, content creators, online sellers, gig workers, small business owners, which perhaps a lot of you are, consultants, and brand owners. So you can see the percentages of it, but our pie across the distribution varies. But all of these people we cater through our platform, so they can just easily file and pay their taxes through a few clicks of a button. So we have right now 69,000 people who have Taxumo, created an account, and are users. Over the years, more and more freelancers, gig workers, small business owners, and corporations see the value and convenience in Taxumo. So our persona is we help online sellers, if some of you are into that, influencers, and other sole proprietors to easily comply with new governmental regulations. Especially now, ang dami namin natin narinig na mga bagong revenue regulations, or even that BIR is after some of these segments that we hear to really check on their tax compliance, imposed with less impact on their operating budget and not impeding in their capacity to earn. Because a lot of people, maybe it feels for them that a lot of time is being taken into, studying taxes, how to do it manually. You don't have to do that if you partner with us. So if you are a pandemic business starter, was made redundant in his full-time role at the height of the pandemic, decided to do online selling as a side hustle, able to make full-time job as he outsources more products to sell, and don't have enough operational budget to pay for an accountant, which a lot of people that we talk to are, and thus filing on your own. With BIR now looking to audit influencers and online seller, and you need to comply. We have the perfect tool for you. So we have all of these personas as well that we talked to, OFW, during the pandemic, that they took a massive hit as well in the economic effect. But you need to file tax. If you can resonate with Greg here, tax compliance document, even if his business was not generating income. And he used to pay an accountant to completely handle his compliance, and now he uses Taxumo. So the problem that we are solving is this, and perhaps you can relate to this, okay? Hard to track collections. A lot of people, they dispense already their service or their products, or they rendered already their service. But perhaps because you do a lot of things, it's hard to track what's collectible, what's paid, what's not. So we have this tool for you. We also solve the problem of tedious and manual compliance process, because did you know in the Philippines 182 hours is spent by a business owner yearly in tax preparation and filing. If some of you here have been filing manually like I did, I know and I can relate that this takes a lot of time. So we're going to solve that if you partner with us. And our promise is to collect efficiently, to make your collection experience hassle-free and HIYA-free, and comply easily, as we aim to eliminate confusion on tax forms, because there are a lot of forms. Perhaps narinig yun na 1701Q, 1702, 1701A, which one is which, 2551Q, 2550M, a lot of the forms out there, which is which. We already segmented that if you file through your Taxumo account. And you don't have to do manual filing. You don't even have to line up on banks. With just clicks of a button, you can file and pay your taxes. So seamless and simplified. We have automated collection process, robust reporting to track your cash flow, automated tax calculation, which I really love personally as a business co-owner, that it allows me to project taxes even before the deadline. So as I put in my income and expenses before the deadline, it tells me, hey, you have to prepare this amount. And as I add another income, it recalculates again. So it allows me to prepare and don't get tax shock. Okay, and then you can file and pay your taxes anytime, anywhere. Personally, I have been filing my tax forms through my phone, because like I said, I'm a homeschooler. I'm always on the go. I manage your business. By few clicks on the phone, I can easily just file and pay my taxes. So the value that we give is time efficiency. If already your account is already set up, and all you have to do is click a few buttons to file. So this is true for me, 3 minutes or so. And your data says marami sa inyo ang may access to internet talaga. So this is really for cost efficiency, because it's as low as $399 per month. My books are already there. My tax forms are already there. If I need to check on some forms, I can easily just backtrack from a few years ago to the current year on what forms was filed and was missed. And it's always on time, so it avoids deadline for me, penalties. And it's 100% web-based, so 100% mobile optimized. That means you can file and pay your taxes even using your iPad, your desktop, or even your phone. And automated tax calculation, like what I told you. So there's also like 2307, if someone withheld taxes from you and you want that as credits, automatic, it's calculated on your Taxumo account. And with just few clicks of a button, it reaches to BIR even without you going there. And you can even review before filing, or if some of you may have filed not so accurate data and you want to amend or you want to correct your previous filing, you can do so through your Taxumo account. So you can prepare, file, and pay, all of the above. So we have prepare only if you just want to prepare your form and someone else, probably your partner, takes care of the payment. Prepare and file if you want to prepare the form and file it to BIR, but perhaps you have another tool to pay. Or we also have prepare, file, and pay. So there are options that you can choose from depending on what you need. And more ways to pay, like we have all of these payment partners that you can direct your tax remittance through your Taxumo account and these payment partners. So you can easily attach documents as well. If you've heard merong listahan na hinihingi si BIR when you file your form, like summary alpha list of withholding tax, yung mga nag-withhold sa inyo. Or probably you're a company, may mga withholden kayo, there's also a list that BIR asks. And there's also summary list of sales and purchases if you are a VAT taxpayer. Aside from filing the form, aside from payment, there's also this list that if you do manually, you have to import it one by one. But with your Taxumo account, that's already included in the plan. So the payments made, payment plans made for you can be as low as $399. We have monthly, quarterly, annual, or 2-year plan depending on what you need. We have all of these forms. Probably some of you are filing this. Check your form 2303, yung certificate of registration ninyo, what forms you need to file so that you can choose among each of these plans. Pag hindi pa naman kayo makapag-decide, you can easily just visit our website and have someone guide you through the chat box. So staying true to our promise, you can access anytime, anywhere. We have free invoice generation and collection and tracking. We have real-time tax calculation, auto-generated tax forms, so you don't have to fill out the forms manually pa isa-isa. It's automatically generated. Multiple payment channels and tax deadline reminders, which we so love because there's a lot of deadlines in the world, even as a business owner. So we want reminders. For other services, we have Taxumo Accountant Buddy Plan. If some of you are already working with an accountant, but perhaps you need a tool to really ensure that the accountant did his job, or perhaps simplify the process so you don't have to email back and forth the documents, you can use your Taxumo account with an accountant. So it saves you time to focus on your business, provides business planning support, and keeps compliance process organized. So we have this plan for 8% taxpayers, the micro business plan, if you want an accountant with that also includes consultation. And for small and medium business plan, yung mga VAT taxpayer na, we have that includes bookkeeping and consultations as well. So it's a pretty good deal. And did you know, during the pandemic, this has been the craze because some businesses didn't have income. They didn't know you have to keep filing the tax forms. So you still have to inform BIR that, hey, I had no income during the season. Or perhaps some of you may have concerns in the family, naglilo sa business, you had no income, no transactions at all. You still need to file the form. But you know, if you don't have the means to do it, don't have the time to do it because you're getting back on track to earn money, we have Taxumo Lifeline that's automated. It will just file the forms for you so that you don't miss out and you don't suffer the penalties, because failure to file, even if you have no income, still equates to penalty for not filing. So we have Taxumo Lifeline for you. And business registration. What's the advantage of having you registered? Did you know that when you register to BIR, that's when you know exactly what forms that they are after? That will be the basis of BIR for penalties in case they find out you've been in transaction na as a business and you haven't been filing the form. So it's the best way for you to protect yourself because you know exactly when you're registered and you have that document that, okay, BIR will look for these forms and these payments. So once you know, you will be aware already what forms to file, and you know you can check already the calculation, so you can factor that in your pricing and in your financial cash flow. Na eto palang portion na to, it's not really the gross income always for me. A portion of that has to be budgeted to tax. So in order for you to understand and make sure that all bases are covered, you have to really register. So you can work with our accountants, since right now registration is still manual, so someone has to go there. If you don't want to go out and focus on your business, you can work with us on business registration. And Taxumo consult, like I said, not a lot of people, kasi on your data, some people can't even afford, lucrative devices. Some are just on mobile phones. And how about, not a lot of people can afford accountants. So what if you have questions and you don't want to disclose your data out there, but you need an expert to walk you through? We have Taxumo Consult. So you can easily just book a session so the accountants can hear your concern, look through your documents, and guide you through the next steps. You don't have to hire them. You don't have to pay them retainers. Just book a consult. So for people who are interested to incorporate in Singapore, we also have a partner there, so you can start your venture in Singapore. So again, Taxumo is made by Filipinos for Filipinos. So join us in enabling citizen compliance and support our country's economic growth. So we have a gift for you. For those who are here, our COO authorized 30% off on all of our subscription plans. So do take a screenshot. That's CEO Tax. Screenshot now so that you can visit our website. And once you decide to subscribe, we have this discount code for you. So I think that's it on my end. I'm gonna stop sharing now and give time for some question and answer.
Okay, thank you po, Ms. Santiago, for your great presentation. And we appreciate your time in sharing valuable information on Taxuma services. Okay, may I remind everyone to raise their hand, or if you have questions, you may type in our chat box. Okay, so for our Q&A session, may I call on to our Senior Trade Industry Development Specialist from the Monitoring and Evaluation Division, Mr. Jaworski Farias.
Hi, thank you, Cherry. Maraming salamat po, Miss Melanie, no, for that very comprehensive, at the same time, parang talagang all-in-one solution when regarding to yung taxation, no, para sa ating mga MSMEs. Siguro yung first question ko, personal question ko, yung paggamit po ba ng Taxumo, hindi po ba mahihirapan yung ating mga, kasi di ba parang ito pong DigiTalks is a way to build the awareness of our MSMEs para ma-encourage sila sa digitalization. So yung mga level 1 or level 0 yung knowledge when it comes to digitalization, hindi po ba sila medyo mahihilo when they use or subscribe to Taxumo?
Okay, sige. A little disclaimer, pag usapang tax, wala ka pang pinindot na button, wala ka pang tiningnan na form, automatic, they have this preconceived notion that it's hard, which makes the process harder. But with Taxumo, we have explainers. So if you have tax credits, what does it mean? You have buttons there that you can read more about it. Those links will allow the screen to redirect to explanations. Because in filing, there are a lot of questions. Example, income tax form. So income tax form, which form to use? In Taxumo, we already will select the appropriate form based on the profile that you have put on your setting. So we make sure that the correct form is being filed. Second, during the filing, the system will walk you through each step. So there are screens there of, may kinita ka ba last quarter? Pag wala, 0. Do you have income for this quarter? 0. So it's less confusing because it explains each of the line items. And then by the end, it just calculates. You don't have to study the tax table. You don't have to know, am I filing the correct form? It already does the process for you. So all you have to do is supply the number. Magkano kinita mo? Eto. Magkano ginastos mo? Eto. Ganun lang po siya. And then click away, file, and then pay.
Okay. Siguro ma'am, another question, maybe you can share some yung mga experiences ng Taxumo when it comes to your clients. Ano po ba yung mga common na challenges na na-encounter ng ating yung mga gig workers, yung mga MSMEs? Like for example, yung hard to track collection, tedious and manual processes. Aside from that, meron pa po ba silang common na complaint, and was it addressed na yung mga challenges na yun na minimize or na eliminate when they sign up to Taxumo?
Okay, so that's a great question, kasi people think in tax filing, parang iisang proseso lang. Parang, oy, gayahin ko na lang, or bakit siya ganito yung ginawa niya, bakit ako ganito? Because each of the taxpayer will probably have a different journey depending if you have two streams of income or depending on your income bracket. So with Taxumo, it eliminates that confusion of sino yung gagayahin ko or ano yung process ko, because the system is intuitive already to walk you through that. So if you have 3 million income, okay, it allows you to, or dapat VAT ka na. And one of the challenges that we also encountered is that not a lot of people, I emphasize this kanina, know that if at some point in your business, you have no income, you have to keep filing. So we offer that plan, that Taxumo Lifeline, because people call us. In fact, some of them are crying na, wala na nga akong kinita, may penalty pa ako from BIR, may open cases ako because they haven't filed the form. So the system already reminds you, and then there's a chat box there through your filing. Ay, nalito ako, ano ilalagay ko? By clicking there, one of our personnel can walk you through the process. And then another thing siguro is that whenever you miss out on filing, people don't know the longer process of BIR filing. Pupunta ka, even if you know the EBIR system, you still have to print out the form. You have to go to BIR and line up, okay, and wait for your turn. Have that RDO personnel compute and then sign. And then you have to go to the bank and then pila again. That will take a day or so depending on the forms you missed. With Taxumo, we already covered late filings as well. So that's also some of the things that we progressively do to help out depending on the need of our consumers. So perhaps some can relate on that.
Okay, thank you po for that. So ma'am, meron po tayo dun sa chat box natin. I think ito common question po dun. So don't we need any bookkeeper and accountant if we have Taxumo? Parang yung Taxumo po ba, does it replace yung accountant or bookkeeper ng isang company?
Okay, sige. When people ask that, do I need an accountant or mag-Taxumo na lang? We ask them what they need. If what you need is someone to just file the form and compute your tax, we already solved that problem for you. So it's up for you if you want the accountant to do, whatever else that you have to do, maybe the encoding. For bookkeeping, all of your entries, when you input your income and expense, pwedeng pa isa-isa, pwedeng mag-upload ka ng Excel, we already arrange your books of accounts. May two-way to keep track of bookkeeping. Pag nag-rehistro ka kay BIR, nakita niyo yung libro na napakaraming linya. Apparently, ang requirement kay BIR is for you to handwrite those sulat kamay. With Taxumo, inayos na namin for you. All you have to do is copy. So some of our business owners say, sige, yung kapatid ko na lang pagsulatin ko kasi kukopyahin lang. Hindi na niya kailangan i-analyze sa sales journal ba to? Sa purchase journal ba to? We already arranged that data for you and someone just simply has to copy. So we have clients keeping their books end of the week, end of the month, end of the day, kasi aayusin namin for you. So if your need is just someone to write on the books or to calculate and to remind you of the tax form, we already solved that problem. So if that's it, Sumo will be sufficient for you already.
Okay po. Siguro may we request anybody from our participants, you may unmute yourself para ma-directly matanong po si Ma'am Melanie, no? So yung taksumo parang napaka-comprehensive na as a solution for our yung tax dilemmas lalo na ngayon, di ba? Alam naman natin medyo complicated po talaga ang tax system ng ating government. So maganda po na ngayon available na po sa atin yung mga ganitong platforms and tools sa ating that will help us further parang maging efficient, no, sa ating operations. May question po dito si Miss Jane V, no? Question, what if you failed to file or you missed to file, paano magbayad ng penalty? Does taksumo po ba? Ano? Ayan, sino po 'yon?
Ako po yun, sir. Ako
Si
po yung
Ma'am Jane. Ma'am Jane,
Oo.
sige po. Proceed po kayo sa question niyo, ma'am.
Hi, Ma'am Mel. It's really nice
Hello.
to hear all these lessons, as in ang ganda. Ang ganda mo pagka-explain. Parang sinagot mo na lahat. Ma'am, kasi I am teaching. I cannot start my video. Sorry po. I am teaching business owners also, ma'am, no. Marami akong students na open up, just a little background para maintindihan mo. Nag-open na sila, nag-register na sila. I encourage them na talagang mag-register because when you earn, you have to pay taxes. So we've been doing this for the past 3 years, and so far I can say na parang nasa 40% sa mga students ko, they are really into registration. Ngayon, dahil nga hindi ito ang focus namin, nasa food business po kami, hindi ito ang focus namin talaga. Some of them miss filing, kahit na wala silang income, na miss nila mag-file, paano daw. I cannot answer them because I myself, hindi ko din alam, meron akong bookkeeper. So I want to be, gusto kong maging magaling dito dahil kung kinaya mo na homemaker ka, why not na kaya natin to. So gusto ko din turuan sila, paano ba yun? What if they miss filing? Ito nga, mga nasa bahay lang din, and then kaka-startup pa rin nila ng negosyo at ito na naman bagong stress sa buhay nila. But I want them to realize that it's important at dapat hindi sila ma-stress. So parang ako na lang yung sasagot in behalf of them. I'm finding ways. I'm actually thinking na i-ano kaya kita para maano sila.
Why not? Sure.
Ano?
We can talk
Yes.
separately for that. Okay.
They are actually 548, and
Wow.
80% are very active.
Nice.
Yun po, Miss Mel, yun lang po yung tanong ko muna kasi yun yung very concern nila yun ngayon nakakamiss sila
Okay.
because of the fact na busy.
Okay, sige. Pag ikaw ay isang business owner, siguro nung pandemic, ang daming in-extend ni BIR na deadline. Understandably, because yun nga, progressive pa yung digitalization ng Pilipinas, and a lot of people are doing it manually. But when you do it manually, okay, you still have to file the form. There's an online platform that you can see on the website of BIR. So they will determine if you will be filing via EBIR or EFPS. So when you file through that online tool, okay, on time o hindi, dapat nandun. Pero ang masakit pag late ka na mag-file, like I mentioned kanina, is you don't have that convenience already to pay online. Because if you're late already, you have to print out 3 copies of the form, 3 copies ng email confirmation from BIR, pipila ka doon kung saang RDO. Hindi any BIR office, sa RDO exactly where your business was registered. You have to fall in line there, wait for your turn, and then that officer of the day will compute the penalty. Ang masakit no, naabot to 45% yung penalty depending on your tax due. If it's zero income, right now it's a penalty of 1,000 peso per form. So imagine ko ilang form na miss out mo. Kunyari may monthly filing ka, tapos 6 months kang di nag-file, 6,000 agad yon. Okay? Meron ka pang income tax, kada quarter, 1,000 ulit yon. So depende on the forms that you meet, each of the form will have 1,000 penalty if you have no revenue or no income. Pag meron kang dineclare doon, which I tell you, please do not under-declare. Okay? Kasi mahanap yan, baka magkaroon ka ng kaso because of that. So just be honest. They will compute the penalty and then tatatakan nila yon. Yung 3 kopya, bibit-bitin mo sa bangko. They have a list of banks. Malapit lang din sa RDO mo. You have to fall in line. There is a specific deposit slip that you have to use. You will tell the guard there na, kuya, pang BIR po ito. May specific deposit slip for that they will use. And then usually the banks will just allow 3 per person, not a lot, okay? So imagine kung ang dami mo open cases, dami mo na-miss out na form, it will take days talaga. And then you bring that back to your RDO, papareceive mo yung na binayaran mo na sa bangko yung penalty. So that's how you do it manually. With Taxumo, in case you miss out the filing, we're authorized by BIR to process late filing for the present year and the previous year. So we automatically calculate on our system the penalty. You don't have to go to BIR and have the officer of the day compute. Pag-compute ng penalty, file, and then use our online channels to pay. So that's also one of the things we simplified for you when you miss out filing. But at least you know the manual way of doing it and how we do it in Taxumo. So I hope that answered your question.
Let's
Salamat.
talk later. Thank you.
Sure,
Thank you.
sure.
Salamat po, no, Ma'am Jane, and thank you, Miss Melanie, for answering that. I think may mga questions po tayo nare-receive sa ating chat box. However, medyo parang specific po kasi yun per company, di ba? So, siguro, na-mention nyo kanina yung siguro last na question na lang po ito, yung sa business registration. Aside from tax, yung pagre-rehistro rin po, no, lalo na sa local government unit, isa rin po yan na nagiging challenge ng ating mga MSMEs. So how does Taxumo also can assist ng yung company nyo, yung platform can assist in terms of business registration po?
Okay, so in terms of business registration, I'm going to explain the manual things of it in the shortest way. If you are a sole proprietor or ang diretso, DTI yun, alam ng DTI yun, okay? And freelancers can also register with DTI. Pero pag ikaw ay partnership at korporasyon, sa SEC ka punta, okay? After SEC, pag ikaw ay cooperative, sa CDA ka naman, sa ibang entity yun. But all of that, after that, you know, that DTI or SEC or CDA, you have to go to your LGU level pa. So barangay and munisipyo, may mga permits and clearance that you have to secure. After which, punta ka ng BIR, you will also register there. Please, I tell you, if some of you started in one entity, ituloy-tuloy nyo po. Okay, wag yung nag-DTI ako to sa, ay, di ko na feel. Okay, di ko siya itutuloy. Because in the eyes of DTI, there's a record there that there's a business operating with the trade name. So please, if you register, ituloy-tuloy nyo na in one entity. If you will stop, you have to close it in all entities as well. In Taxumo, right now kasi there's no one click of a button. Alam ko, we've encountered an experiment initiated by SEC na kung pwede pati yung LGU at yung mga DTI pwedeng few clicks of the button. But right now, it's still being developed. But what we have in the Philippines, I know in DTI, pwede ka ng online. We teach our clients na online, you can get your registration, reserve your trade name for territorial of municipality, regional or national through the DTI platform. And you just have to pay, and then they will email you the business registration. So that's part of the digitalization. We tell people that the government entities also have means to initiate that. The thing with LGU lang, one thing I know and personally experienced is in Valenzuela, they were able to execute business registration and renewal online. And I think that's also the direction of the other LGUs. We've heard, I think Pasig is also working on that, and the other LGUs. So in the coming years, be excited. Yung mga LGU will also work on digitalization. With BIR right now, wala pa siyang means na online talaga lahat. They're still upgrading their tools. There are ways for you to check your TIN ID, saan kang RDO, they cater that. But the registration, hindi pa siya ganun ka fully everything online. So what we can do is walk you through the process. And then if you want to do it on your own, we can send you guide. Kasi may mga tao, ayoko, ako na lang maglakad, turuan niyo ako. We can walk you through. Or two, if you want to have an accountant to do that for you, they will send you the forms, fill that out. And of course, there's a fee included. Kasi syempre, they will be the one to process that for you. And send you the documents. Kasi pag nag-tax mapping, hindi mo pwede ipakita dun sa mapping officer, sir, screenshot. Kailangan pa rin yung physical, original document. So we will send you to make sure that it's with you. So that's how we can help you. So if you want to inquire, visit our website and click on the chat box.
Ay, thank you for that, Miss Melanie. No? Siguro, ayan, pinopost naman po sa ating chat box yung specific link sa inyong mga specific questions din po. Siguro to, ano ma'am, bago po namin kayo pakawalan, no? Or yun, may we request po parang food for thought lang po sa ating mga MSMEs, no? Kasi ito pong Digitalks natin, pang 7th na po ito. So yung mga previous session, iba-iba pong platforms provider in the different aspect po ng business yung hinihingian namin ng message po. Kasi parang we are trying to encourage everyone na mag-digitalize kasi nga na-mention nyo rin po ang government po. Nandiyan yung e-governance, no? As we go along, marami na rin pong LGUs ang magbe-venture into digitalizing their services. So, yun, food for thought lang po sa ating mga MSME participants today. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, sige. Siguro I want to start with ignorance of the law excuses no one. So, if BIR finds out and your LGU finds out that you are in conduct of business, ma-online man yan because your name is out there, you're posting out there, or they visit your physical office, even if you pry and explain to them, there's also that level of imposing the law. These people are people, they understand, but they are also bound to execute the law. So in your end, you're also bound to comply. So there's no way of escaping it, okay? Kahit sa ibang bansa may tax pa rin, dito sa Pilipinas may tax pa rin, do your duty. And what I appreciate is that as you comply, the government is also finding ways for you to comply easily. Kaya nga, like, you know, there's a way for you to comply some of the forms online, like what DTI is doing, secure your trade name online. So the other entities of the government are also working on that. But please do your part, because even if you're just operating in a small way, in a big way, online, physical store, all of us are Filipinos and we are privileged to be earning, unlike our other brethren who don't know paano kumita, who are not literate on the things that we know today. So let's do our part so that, you know, education will reach them, Wi-Fi will reach them, and all of us will have equal way to, you know, help our country grow. Kasi yun naman politics aside, we have all of our opinions, but the fact that you're a Filipino and you look at your neighbor, uy, blessed pa pala ako. One way of giving back is for us to help our government reach them. So please pay your taxes. There are solutions like us who can help you out.
Yun.
Thank you very much.
Very well said po, no, Ma'am Melanie. Yun. Thank you po. And siguro sa ating mga MSME participants, may we request po a virtual round of applause kay Ma'am Melanie and Taksumo. So I'll turn over again to Cherry. Thank you, ma'am.
Again, thank you very much, Ms. Santiago. We appreciate that so much for accommodating and sharing with us the services you offer in assisting the MSMEs by offering end-to-end online tax assistance platform. Also, thank you for the 30% off on all subscription plans you offer to all our MSMEs participating in our session for today. At nabanggit ni Sir Mark sa ating chat box na maglalabas daw ang Taksumo ng free invoice collection para sa mga select entity. Okay, thank you. May I remind again everyone to fill out the attendance for today's session. Just click the link in the chat box. Certificates will be issued as long as you will be able to attend at least 4 sessions and have completed to fill out the Customer Satisfactory Form or CSF, which will be posted later on. Okay, we have requested a message of support from our regional directors. We would like to read to you a message from DTI Region 11. Ladies and gentlemen, to share with us the region's best practices on digitalization, let us welcome Regional Director Maria Belenda Q. Ami.
Good afternoon, everyone. The global COVID-19 pandemic that occurred in 2020 to 2021 was unprecedented and adversely affected MSMEs. The measures adopted to prevent the spread of the virus, such as lockdowns, restrictions in face-to-face transactions, limited movement of people and products, and strict quarantine requirements, has resulted to extensive slowing down of business operations, with some having no operations at all, while others partially operational. Indeed, it has negatively impacted enterprises in the form of increasing costs, reducing sales, retrenchment of employees, and challenges in remuneration. Such situation required for our MSMEs to adopt innovative ways of doing business, in this case, by going digital, making use of digital applications or solutions to sustain and upscale their business. While the DTI has long been advocating for e-commerce and digitalization of MSMEs, the pandemic has facilitated the acceleration of its adoption. The DTI Region 11 has provided online seminars, caravans, and roadshows to help build awareness and capacities of our MSMEs in making use of digital solutions in partnership with service providers such as Lazada, Shopee, DHL, EasyPay, PayMaya, and GCash, among others. This capacity building covers various aspects of business, such as online promotion and marketing, product goods delivery, online access to financial services, accounting and bookkeeping applications. In our virtual KMME program, we have also included a topic on digitalization and innovation for them to be equipped with such skills. We also facilitated conduct of online virtual trade fairs. For this year, we have already monitored over 13,000 assisted MSMEs adopting digital solutions in doing business. We have recorded some success stories of these MSMEs who, from the traditional business transactions, have migrated digital platforms, digital ways of doing business. Among these are, number one, AG Pacific Nutraceutical Corp of Davao del Sur. When most of the MSMEs were struggling to survive the pandemic, AG Pacific was able to make an opportunity out of the crisis due to the rising demand for VCO, which is their main product, being widely promoted to help strengthen the immune system and prevent affliction of the COVID virus. They strengthened their presence on several digital marketing platforms and successfully expanded their market reach and increased sales of their product. They have participated in the e-trade fair, YouTube, Lazada, Shopee, FB, and their own website. In the recent 50th International Coco Tech Conference and Exhibition in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, last November 2022, AG Pacific Corp was awarded Best Coconut Industry MSME, besting all other entries from Asia. And next, another successful MSME that took advantage of the digital platform during pandemic is Cacao Culture Philippines of Davao City. During the pandemic, they migrated to digital marketing and expanded their online presence, making use of Lazada, Shopee, YouTube, Instagram, FB with their own website, www.cacaoculture.ph. They were able to reach both domestic and international markets, potential buyers, by making short video clips about chocolate making and other promotional activities. These video clips were linked to their Instagram and FB accounts. They also enrolled into Lazada and Shopee. These are just two of the success stories of our assisted MSMEs who found better opportunities in the midst of the global pandemic and who were able to surmount the concomitant challenges by maximizing the use of digital solutions. And given the growing trend of online shopping, it is imperative for our MSMEs to take advantage of digitalization. We in DTI Region 11, together with our partners, will continue to support this advocacy of digital transformation to make our MSMEs more innovative and competitive.
Thank you, RDMB and DTI Region 11 for that inspiring message. We appreciate you sharing the various programs that your region have initiated to help our MSMEs to adapt digitalization. Okay, moving on, our next speaker is from one of the fastest growing financial management app in our country, which focuses on providing purpose-driving solutions for personal and business finances. Our speaker from Lista Philippines is a business professional in the field of accounting and finance. He has been in the industry for 8 years and has developed expertise in financial planning and analysis, business consulting, financial modeling, process automation, and accounting. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Vice President of Finance of Lista Philippines, Mr. Renz Christopher Cheng. Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon. Thank you, Cherry. Hold on. Let me just share my screen for now. Okay. So kanina, may question na nag-float din na konti na na-pick up ko na among all the tools that are available, parang how do we get the feel na alin ba doon yung magiging bagay para sa business? So, ang pinakasagot nun is that walang one size fits all. Walang isang solution that would be useful for a business. Pwedeng useful siya for business A pero hindi siya useful for business B. Pero what is really important is ano yung pinaka-purpose, ano yung parang pinaka principles when it comes to managing your business. So here in today's topic, ang papakita lang namin is some of the principles na parang as business owners, ano ba yung dapat meron tayong idea at the same time, anong tools yung hahanapin natin that will support us in these principles or in these things na kailangan nating subaybayan pagdating sa negosyo. So that's is gonna be the topic for today's short discussion. So one thing is that dapat yung tool would be able to give you an idea of your business cash. Kasi di ba may kasabihan tayo na cash is king. Mahalaga yung profit. Pero I'm sure marami sa mga business owners na nandito ay siguro 2 years pa lang yung business or iba 1 year or iba is wala pang 5 years. During the initial years of your business, super important, more than the profit is really the cash. Kasi pwedeng yun, bumubuelo pa lang yung mga business eh. So minsan, ang nakakalungkot lang is bumubuelo ka pa lang pero na-realize mo wala ka ng cash to support the business. So parang sayang yung opportunity. So kaya ang isa sa mga important talaga is hindi lang kita yung titingnan mo but rather pati yung talagang cash ng negosyo na susubaybayan nyo. Kasi nga gusto nyo dumating sa point wherein talagang sisipa na yung negosyo. Ayaw nyo na parang eto na malapit na. Tapos biglang ay wala na tayong cash, kailangan na natin magsara. Or kailangan natin tumepende sa medyo mas magastos na paraan which is uutang, etc. So yun yung parang isa sa mga things that we need to watch out for, cash. Mostly din kasi cash is yung nagiging problem why a lot of businesses hindi nagsusurvive more than 5 years. Nagkakaroon sila ng thinking na sige okay lang invest tayo. Okay lang kahit wala masyadong kita or parang okay lang kahit naglalabas tayo ng pera. Pero hindi nila have a sense or have a measure kung magkano na ba talaga yung actual cash nyo sa business or magkano yung flow in or flow out man. Kailangan may idea tayo how much para at least nasusubaybayan natin sila. So again, cash will give you an idea gaano katatagal yung negosyo, especially kapag nagsa-start up pa lang siya. So may saying tayo na katulad nga ng na-mention ni Miss Melanie kanina na ignorance of the law excuses no one. The same in business, ignorance is not bliss. Parang kung hindi mo siya alam, medyo kawawa yung business mo. Parang sayang naman yung pangarap mo kung hindi mo inalam yung dapat ng mga bagay na dapat inaalam din natin. So yun yung purpose din as to why you guys are here, kung bakit tayo mag-a-attend ng mga seminars, is because we want to have yung understanding. We want to have better idea ano dapat yung titingnan natin sa negosyo, ano yung dapat nating sinusubaybayan. And at the same time, anong tools yung makakapagbigay sa atin or makakapagpadali ng buhay natin pagdating sa pagmamonitor or pagtingin sa mga bagay na important para sa negosyo natin. So since dito rin tayo sa topic na to, cash flow, bakit important yung cash flow. Bakit kailangan subaybayan yung cash flow? Again, na-mention natin kanina na yun yung nagsusustain o yun yung dahilan kung bakit meron kang negosyo. So yun yung kung bakit meron kang pambayad sa empleyado, may pambayad ka pa sa upa, kuryente, etc. So number 2, medyo yun na rin yun. Parang without cash, you won't be able to have or buy inventory, buy supplies, and supplies mo yung something that you sell. So without cash, you won't have operation. And then cash is important because it is used to pay for your loans if ever you are getting a business loan, or if not, kapag naubusan is nagkakaroon ka ng, parang nawawalan ka ng choice kung hindi mangutang, which is something that we don't like as much as possible. It's not, hindi natin sinasabi na not to get any loans, but if we can avoid getting loans, that will be healthier for the business. So since important yung cash, hindi lang natin siya pwedeng i-assume. Para, kunyari, kapag tinanong ko kayo at magkano yung laman ng kaban ng negosyo? Parang magkano yung cash ng business? Kaya nyo ba sagutin yun o hindi? Pag hindi, medyo maybe it's time for you to have a better monitoring. Kasi hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na feeling ko ganito yung laman ng feeling ko may ganito pa akong cash. Feeling ko nasa 10,000 or whatever. Ganyan. Pero nga, business to eh. Hindi lang natin pwede i-feeling or i-assume kung ano yung negosyo. Hindi natin pwedeng i-risk sa chance or sa feeling lang yung condition ng business. That's why ang important is you have a tool, you have something that will recognize and meron kang mababalikan sa tool mo, sa app mo na okay, ito yung laman ng cash na meron ako and feel safe pa naman ako sa business na kaya pa nitong i-sustain yung negosyo ko for 1 more year, 2 more years, etc. So yun yung something that it is very important. Then also, secondly, aside sa cash is don't underestimate power of budgeting. So ibig sabihin yung tool mo, aside sa na dapat nakita niya or na-monitor niya, dapat may power to budget or parang for you to track and also to have an idea. So kunyari ipapasok mo sa system mo na parang okay, expected ko sa buwan na to 5,000 yung gagastusin ko sa renta, tapos mababangga niya na parang 5,000 nga ba talaga yung nagastos natin at the end of the month. So power of budgeting means na meron kang idea na dapat magkano yung ginagastos mo for the month or even for the quarter or for the year of your business. Kasi again, important na yung cash flow, yung kung ang behavior ng cash flow is naiintindihan nyo kailan siya pumapasok, kailan lumalabas, kailan medyo kapos, kailan medyo madami. So yun yung parang, that's why we need to do a budgeting. We need to have an idea na parang quarter 1 medyo mahirap para sa negosyo ko. Quarter 2 medyo madaming pera. So kasi kung alam niyo yun, mas makaka-strategize kayo as to ano yung pwedeng gawin. Kasi may excess cash ka, for example, or etc. Dahil cash is king also, important na yung tool nyo na ginagamit or if you're not using any tool, important na nasa-separate nyo yung personal cash nyo from your business cash. A lot of us, especially mga bagong owners, kaya nila naiisip na marami pang pera yung negosyo nila is because napaghahalo nila yung personal cash nila sa business cash nila, which shouldn't be the case. Kasi nga, magkakaroon ka ng false or parang maling information. Kala mo okay lang yung negosyo dahil meron kang cash, pero hindi mo alam na unti-unti na rin pala naapektuhan yung personal cash mo na baka after 1 year na-realize mo na parang, teka, ba't parang nahihirapan akong sa day-to-day life ko, hindi lang business. Parang umirap na rin sa business, tapos umirap na rin sa personal life. So that is something that we want to avoid. Na dapat ma-distinguish natin na okay, pera to ng negosyo, pera ko to separate to, magkaiba. And also, for those na parang maraming ina-handle na businesses dito, sa mga joiners ng participants, important din na hindi nyo na paghahalo si business A kay business B. Kasi pwedeng si business A, sobrang ganda ng takbo ng negosyo, maganda yung parang inflow pagdating sa cash, pero si business B, sobrang lugi-lugi pala. Pero dahil hindi nyo siya nasa-separate, akala mo okay yung performance nila. So sayang yung opportunity again na parang baka pwedeng si business B gayahin yung or parang mag-optimize or meron siyang ibahin para mas maging profitable din siya katulad ng business A. And malalaman lang natin yan kapag kaya natin i-separate yung operations or yung record keeping ng mga businesses niyo. And that is something actually that Lista offers as well. And as a primer, mamaya we'll be going to walk through din ko parang what Lista is and how can it help you dito sa mga principles na to. Pero Lista is a free app that you can download and use so that you can do these things. Manage your expenses, track your cash flows. At the same time, kung meron kayong personal budgeting, tapos meron kayong business 1, business 2, lahat yon kaya yon i-factor in or ilagay sa lista and na-account sila separately. So yun yung advantage of Lista tool. But again, it's different usage, different purpose, different tools. It's up to you guys kung ano yung parang makikita niyo yung fitting. Pero ito, na-mention lang namin na this is something that Lista would be able to provide. So when it comes to cash flows, quickly, daanan lang natin na ano ba yung dapat natin tinitingnan when it comes to sa negosyo. So, operational cash flows madalas dapat yan yung pinaka tinitingnan natin kasi yung investing sa financing normally for big companies lang yan. For smaller businesses, ang talagang nag-impact ng cash flow natin is yung operational. So when we say operational, ito yung parang talagang day-to-day business nyo, day-to-day service, or kung meron man tayong products, yung inventory outs and inventory in. So ito yung na-mention natin kanina. It's important na maintindihan natin na parang sa isang buwan, normally ba mas mataas yung expenses natin or outflow ng pera sa week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4? Or parang sa week 2, doon pala mas madami or doon pumapasok yung pera. So, kung hindi natin natatrack yung cash flow, wala tayong ganitong idea. Hindi natin nalalaman na parang, wait lang, medyo kapos sa week 1. So, baka pwedeng i-delay ko yung mga mga kailangan bayaran sa week 2 saka sa week 3 kasi doon na merong excess cash. So, with more information, kapag natatrack nyo, meron kayong tool to allow you to see yung cash flows nyo. It's easy for you to strategize or to make a plan na, sige, ganito muna gagawin ko. I-delay ko yung bayarin. Gawing week 2, week 3 as much as possible. Baka pa itong i-negotiate sa partners nyo or sa business suppliers nyo na week 3 na lang po ba, pwede po ba kaming week 3 na lang magbayad? So, ganun din. Same principles. Apply nyo sa buong year. Baka meron kayong mga peak season or peak months na doon talaga sobrang dami ng expenses, sobrang dami ng inflow. So, you'll only know kapag you start plotting it and you start analyzing, start reading, or talagang nilalagyan natin ng pansin. Pero kung sakali record lang tayo ng record tapos hindi naman natin iniintindi or hindi natin masyadong ina-analyze, medyo sayang din yung information na pwede natin makuha out of that. So yun yung sinasabi din natin na parang that's why it's important to record para meron kayong nakakita, na-look back at na-analyze. So that is also important for your business to track and also magkaroon ng tools to assist you sa process. So aside from cash being king, importante rin yung insights, business insights. Kumbaga, ito yung tips and tricks. Ito yung parang sekreto ng mga businesses. And you won't be able to know yung parang dapat i-apply for your business if you don't have enough information to apply to your business. That's why, again, with the tool, huwag niyo siya isipin lang as parang, ipasok ko yung expenses, pasok ko yung income, tapos mag-produce tayo ng statement. So, go beyond. Ibig sabihin is i-analyze natin. Since sa pasok natin yung information na yun, kaya natin extract, kaya natin aralin, tapos sa time na para ma-realize natin na, okay, pwedeng ganito gawin ko sa negosyo. Pwedeng ganito yung i-try ko next time. Okay, so when it comes to your managing your business naman, ito lang yung some tips. Medyo strategic tips ito. Bibilisan ko na lang yung flow, pero if you really love your business, it's important for you guys to take note of these things and parang napag-uusapan nyo among your employee or parang napag-uusapan nyo ng business partners nyo. Very important na nalalaman nyo na ano yung product or services nyo na nagbibigay ng most inflow. Kasi parang ang katapat na strategy nyo is to replicate or maximize, gayahin. Baka pwedeng yung strategy na ginagamit natin sa product na to is i-apply natin sa ibang product. So important din na malaman natin na ano yung hindi naman nag-generate ng enough sales. So that's the time kasi na parang, okay, pag-isipan natin, ano ba meron sa product na to, ba't hindi bumibenta? Also important din na malaman natin na anong klaseng customer groups or segments yung kadalasang customer natin. Parang kadalasan ba mommies yung customers? Kadalasan ba estudyante? It's very important for you to understand ano yung type ng customer na talagang mabenta kayo because yun yung gusto nyong i-target. So yan, that's why it's very important. And yung insights na to, again, if you don't have tools, if you're not monitoring, hindi nyo makukuha masyado yung tool, itong mga information na to. If you're not analyzing your customer profile, hindi mo inintindi masyado yung parang ino-observe kung sino yung bumibili sa inyo, you won't have that information. So at the same time, kanina medyo hot topic yung mga pangongolekta is meron bang receivables? Meron ba tayong hindi nako-kolekta pa na utang? Very important na i-remind natin sila at makolekta natin yun kasi sayang yan for the business. And interesting enough, si Lista, given the name Lista, isa sa mga principles is allowing the users na makapag-collect. So ang mangyayari sa Lista, ilalagay mo lang how much yung customer owes you, let's say 500 pesos. Tapos meron ng feature si Lista mag-send ng reminder for that customer to pay 500 pesos. So nawawala yung hiya factor ng konti. Kasi si Lista mismo yung magsasend sa kanila na parang, oy, ano meron ka pang utang, magbayad ka na. So yun yung isa sa mga way. So very quickly before I jump lang sa konti a little about Lista. Again, sa cash outflow naman, if your business, if you have a business, look out for these things. So pag inventory, anong mga items yung mga kadalasang hindi gumagalaw? Para at least pag-identify mo na, okay, itong inventory na to, ito yung produkto na to, hindi siya masyadong mabenta. Ano yung pwede kong gawin? Tapos, ano yung mga expenses ng negosyo ko? Baka naman puro unnecessary o hindi importante sa negosyo. Baka naman na bili tayo ng bili ng prints or parang printed na tissue or whatever, pero hindi pala siya ganun ka-helpful. Baka pala produce ng mga or bili tayo ng bili ng supplies tapos hindi pala natin nagagamit. So yun yung mga something that parang you need to watch out for your business. And may kita mo lang yun if you're monitoring. So that is yung principle. Again, going back, kapag nag-select kayo ng app, yun yung mga things na parang dapat tinutulungan kayo ng app dun sa mga area na yun. So gusto ko lang introduce shortly sa inyo, very quickly, na parang this is what Lista is all about. Ito yung parang the heart kung bakit nagkaroon ng Lista in the first place. Because we want to assist mga MSMEs na mag-transition na from the pen and paper to eventually sa digital or digitization of bookkeeping. At the same time, this is just more than a bookkeeping. Si Lista hindi lang siya bookkeeping. It's also a financial management tool or financial management app that will allow you to see how you are performing, how your business is performing. So again, so si Lista, parang ganito yung feel niya, which will allow you to have a money out. So kunyari meron tayong binili na inventory, money out. Or kaya let's say binayaran natin si employee natin, employee A, money out. So money in naman kung nakabenta tayo ng product X, re-record din natin siya sa Lista app. Again, this is a free app and it's accessible via mobile app store. So here are some of the features as to what Lista can offer. Again, as presented earlier, It can allow you to record, it allows you to record your income and record your expenses. It also assists you in knowing your profit kung nagpo-perform ba yung business. So normally, kung cash flow basis kayo, etong profit na to is actually also something that you can treat as your cash flow. So mostly naman ang negosyo dito is cash basis. Kaya kapag nakita natin dito na cash profit, pwede natin siya i-treat na parang okay, yun yung cash inflow. Pero may ibang tools din naman si Lista if ever hindi kayo cash basis. It also allows you to parang if ever may sales target kayo, it will send the reminder or at the same time is mga how much pa dapat yung target nyo per day para kumita ng i-set yung target. So parang kumbaga it will allow you to motivate first. It will allow you to have a goal. Same din with savings challenge. Kaya naman marami sa atin, di ba, mga business owners. That's why we are here because may pangarap. May pangarap tayo. May gusto tayong either legacy to build or let's say meron tayong pamilya na gustong iahon. So, kumbaga, let this be your motivation to aspire for your business, to protect your business actually, and then to do what it takes to study your business, to monitor your business, and to grow your business. And na-mention natin kanina, ayun, may savings challenge. So if ever parang ngayon is may gusto kang additional like let's say expand yung business, tapos gusto niyo bumili ng computer para at least mas maging fully digitized yung business, pwede niyo siya ilagay, tapos pwede niyo i-monitor yung progress as to magkano na naiipon natin para mabili natin itong itong computer. So pwede rin siya maging machine equipment kung gusto niyo mas maging maganda yung mas dumami yung production, kailangan niyo ng machine. It's something that you can also put sa saving challenge kaya para ma-monitor niyo siya. Again, pwede kayong magkaroon ng lista utang function which allows you to put kung ano yung sino may utang sa inyo and then automatically there's a button to send a reminder to that person na parang meron ka pang ganitong amount due and something that we want to collect from you. So those are some of the things that Lista can offer. Okay. So I just want to leave with a note before I end the discussion. Meron ako dito yung here na parang again, all of us as business owners or even personally, it's very important for us to take care of our financial well-being for our business because again, it allows us to fulfill yung dreams natin. And again, a lot of our businesses are passion-driven. Na parang kaya tayo nag-negosyo is because there's a motivation behind it or there's a passion behind it. And we owe to the people who believes in us na to also protect the businesses. And also, by protecting kasi the business, meron din tayong natutulungan na iba, mga empleyado natin, mga partners natin sa negosyo. Those are the people who also have their own dreams and through our business, natutulungan nila din maabot yung mga pangarap natin. So that is actually the heart of Lista. The heart of Lista is to empower Filipinos, you guys, businesses, to have a tool to do all of these things and also inspire us business owners to again contribute more to our loved ones, contribute to the country and contribute to the Philippines. So that's it. Thank you very much for having us, Lista, here.
Okay, thank you very much for that great presentation, Mr. Cheng. For our participants, you may now raise your hand or type your questions in the chat box if you have any queries about Lista Philippines. Sabi nga ni Sir Renz, dapat alam natin kung magkano ang laman ng kaba ng ating business. Huwag yung feeling lang or yung huwag tayo mag-assume kasi masasaktan lang tayo. Importante ang pagbabudget at tracking ng cash flow and separate yung business from personal finances natin. May savings challenge din pala itong Lista na feature din siya to monitor kung magkano na ba ang naipon nyo para sa mga pangarap or yung mga maling decision nyo sa buhay. For those who would like to try Lista, nasa chat box po natin ang link para ma-download nyo ang app. So now I'll turn over the virtual floor to Sir Joel for the Q&A.
Thank you, Sir Renz, for that very valuable, at the same time, practical, yung diniscuss nyo. No? I think maraming na kapupulutan na information yung ating mga MSME participants. Like yung sinabi nyo kanina, yung cash is king, yung importance ng cash flow, yung power of budgeting. At the same time, na-realize ko rin po, since pang-pito na po itong DigiTalks, no? Ngayon po sa ating panahon, napakarami na ng tools. No? Kanina, yung shinare po ng Taxumo, wherein tumutulong yung tool na yun for us, may mga MSMEs natin to be able to comply with the government rules on taxation. While ito naman po, yung tool nyo po na lista, parang talagang yung pinakita niyo yung picture na may listahan, di ba? Parang kasi yung digitalization din po isa way na parang ano po siya, tulong, no? For us to be sustainable and resilient. Kasi yung listahan na yon, naisip ko kanina pag nabasa yun, paano na? So ngayon, naka-app based na po tayo, naka-cloud based na po yan. Hindi mo na basa-basa yan mabubura. Siguro yung unang question, sir, tinatanong po dito, can Lista help me in analyzing my cash flows and outflows, mga cash outflows?
Okay. So currently si Lista as very straightforward lang for now. So it will show you how much yung naging cash inflow mo and cash outflow mo for a certain period, like let's say a month. But the beauty lang naman is that you can break it down. You can identify yung parang what is the component, and parang at the same time is knowing na both sa inflows and both sa outflow, meron yung categories kasi. So hindi lang siya inflow at outflow. Naiintindihan din natin na parang pag outflow, ibig sabihin ba nito is overhead expenses pa siya, or like say utilities or supply ba siya? So pag inflow naman is parang from sales ba yan, or like say from collection ng utang. So yun yung parang very important na again, wala kasing direct na solution as to how to analyze your business because it's your baby, it's your business. And it's ang pinakamaganda lang is that as much as possible, yung kaya niyo i-break down yung parang category, or para magkaroon kayo ng categories that are very useful, insightful for you, slice niyo yung expenses niyo so that na-analyze nyo as to what you can do about it, or pwede ba natin siyang bawasan, pwede natin i-eliminate, or etc.
Thank you for that, sir. Tapos siguro, yun nga, sinabi nyo nga, hindi siya one size fits all, no? It varies from business to business. Usually, sir, yung mga naging subscriber or user na ng Lista, maybe you can share some of yung mga changes or yung naging benefits when they use Lista. Ano po ba yung some of the from traditional na manual, then nag-onboard sila sa Lista platform. Ano po yung some of their comments kaya or yung mga feedback po?
Great. So sige, mayroon akong mga tatlong very high-level example lang. Some of them, na-mention na kanina sa earlier talk natin na may mga certain features yung ibang tools na pwedeng mag-upload ng Excel. So, yung ibang user natin is ginagamit si Lista para magkaroon sila ng record keeping, magkaroon ng bookkeeping na naka-Excel file. Tapos, kung meron silang ibang tools, i-extract lang nila from Lista yung Excel version. Tapos, i-feed na lang nila yun dun sa like say Taxumo, or like let's say iba pang tools na ginagamit nila, so that mag-integrate or yung record na nakuha nila sa Lista would also flow yung information sa ibang tools na ginagamit. So in that case, mas madali na for them na okay, hindi na nila kailangan i-input kay Lista tapos i-input na lang ulit nila sa isa pang tool. Meron na silang way na parang okay, isa na lang, isang lugar na lang natin store tapos export na lang tayo. So yun po yung one way na they would do it. And yun yung mga na-mention ng mga ibang users. Isa sa mga interesting na gamit talaga is personal man or business is yung utang feature. Kasi nga marami sa atin as Filipinos, nahihiya tayo mga kolekta ng utang. Pero now that na si list na gagawa for you, siya yung magte-send ng message. So kumbaga parang mahihiya yung malilesen yung hiya kasi yung messages manggagaling sa lista instead of manggagaling siya directly sa iyo. So parang para sa mga nahihiya, malaking bagay sa kanila yung natutulungan sila ni lista na makapagsingil ng medyo indirect way. At the same time is na-mention nila na since nare-remind naman yung customers at hindi naman lahat ng customers ay sabihin natin masama yung ugali, iba talaga nakakalimutan talaga nila. Kaya kapag nasendan sila, nagbabayad sila. Kaya tumataas din yung collection rate ng mga users. Then thirdly is that, yun nga, malaking bagay sa kanila yung savings challenge kasi na-mention ng mga ibang users na talagang mas ganado sila mag-ipon or like ganado silang magtipid para sa negosyo kasi meron silang mas malaking goal para bilhin. Yung iba nga nilalagay nila dagdag puhunan, yung iba naman bibili sila ng fixed assets para makapag-expand yung negosyo nila. Kaya very interesting din talaga how they are using yung feature na yun to inspire them to have bigger, bolder goals din. So yun yung some of the cases na users namin.
Ay, thank you for that. No, sir, siguro, I'm not sure kung meron pa po bang question ng ating mga participants. Nabasa ko sa chat box, parang sabi ni Miss, ano po ba, Miss Cheryl, naka-download na po siya. Tapos si Miss Jane, downloaded, sarap maglista. Ha, ha, ha. So, ayun po. Anyway, sir, siguro sa mga participants po natin, I think, pinost na rin naman po ng team nila Sir Renz or ni Lovely yata yung contact details ng lista, yung website. Tapos yung link para dun sa download app, no? Again, siguro I think nag-mention na kayo kanina ng parang medyo inspirational message doon. Baka meron pa po kayo, sir, parang points to ponder sa ating mga participants para pag-isipan or encourage them to further avail or try yung mga different tools, no, not just lista, para dun sa digitalization journey nila.
Okay, sure. Isa sa mga nagiging challenges sa mga participants is yung excitement nila pag una nilang narinig, sobrang taas. Pero as the time goes by na ginagamit, parang tinatamad or parang dagdag effort. So para sa mga makaka-experience yun, ang gusto ko lang sabihin is that again, balik tayo sa kung bakit natin sinimulan yung negosyo. Balik tayo kung ano yung mga pangarap natin sa negosyo. Kasi the more kasi na more information at tinuloy-tuloy natin yung habit natin na i-record ng maayos, i-analyze yung negosyo natin, the less or the higher chance na magiging successful yung negosyo. At kapag naging successful yung negosyo, again, pangarap mo yan, ikaw yung makikinabang dyan eh. Kaya if you feel like nakakatamad naman to, ganito, try nyo labanan yung idea na yon. Kasi nga, as much as possible, ginagawa naming madali yung app and very user-friendly. Pero syempre, nasa atin pa rin as users yun eh, kung talagang gagamitin ba natin siya o hindi. So ang last message ko lang is, nandiyan na yung mga tools, so wag na tayong tamarin to use them. And of course, let's really maximize one in technology because they are here to help us. At on top of all, yun nga eh, ang gusto na naman nila is mag-grow tayo as a business to also help us as a business because if we help one, we also kind of help the entire nation then. So yun yung last thought to ponder from us Lista team.
Yun. Salamat Sir Renz, no, and sa Lista team, and we hope na we can again invite you in our future events, no. At the same time, sa ating mga participants, nandyan po sa chat box yung mga link nga po for us to reach yung lista or download yung app. Before I turn over to Cherry po, isang virtual round of applause naman po kay Sir Renz and their team. Maraming salamat po, Sir Renz, and we hope to see you in the future po. Thank you, sir. Cherry, back to you.
Thank you again, Mr. Cheng. We appreciate your time in sharing valuable information on services of Lista PH. Okay. We have requested a message of support from our regional directors via video presentation. We would like to present to you a video message from DTI Cordillera Administrative Region Ladies and gentlemen, to share with us the region's best practices on digitalization, let us welcome Regional Director Juliet Luca.
Consumer behavior is undergoing dramatic, forward-moving, and lasting changes consequential to the COVID-19 pandemic. Consumers and businesses are now forced to adopt digital means as consumers minimized physical shopping habits and drastically adopted digitalization in so short a time. Businesses, on the other hand, responded using e-commerce platform to connect well with the consumers. MSMEs from the Cordillera Administrative Region are coping with the trends, and we at DTI CAR have embodied digitalization and e-commerce across all our programs, from product development to marketing, to get as much MSMEs as possible to be on board e-commerce by continuously providing capability building training on fast-changing digital tools that can facilitate key business processes such as bookkeeping, accounting, sales, marketing, and promotion. Likewise, MSMEs are being trained to read the latest analytics about potential markets, market requirements, consumer preferences, and consumer behaviors to influence product development, product positioning, and promotion through the negosyo centers. To date, 9,912 MSMEs and CAR were onboarded and using digital platforms like GCash, Peddler, Facebook, Negosyo Center online portal, FinTech, Taxumo, online business registration, and online BMBE application, practically from merchandising, logistics, and payment. Let me tell you a story of Miss Princess Dapag, a kapatid mentor me graduate that was influential to e-commerce onboarding of MSMEs in her province, Kalinga. She was a former licensing manager, has worked in retail sales and marketing for consumer goods and merchandise for almost a decade. She decided to return home to Tabuk City during the pandemic to assist in their family business, a welding and fabrication shop. She joined the 2022 KMME MME online mentoring program, where she learned that most of her co-mentees are not yet sellers of Shopee and Lazada, despite promising products. The reasons are that they are not yet in full shape to manage one because it's time taxing, and dropping their products from their houses to logistics companies is far out and not feasible. That's the time she decided to address the gap by establishing the Kalinga Pasalubong Shop. The entity will serve as the hub of different MSME products and facilitated other marketing and selling initiatives. Today, the model is gearing up patronage to other MSMEs in Kalinga. MSMEs like Princess shows both the challenges and the solutions to our existing problems. And we at DTI Cordilleras will do our best to improve the region's competence in terms of e-commerce, where operating models be built on speed, analytics, a constant activity, updated map of the ecosystem where they belong. We also support local startups that fill in development gaps. All these are towards our vision of innovative and inclusive businesses towards a more prosperous and competitive Philippines.
Thank you, RD Lucas and DTI CAR, for that inspiring video. We appreciate you sharing the various programs that you have initiated to help your MSMEs to step further and thrive in the digital world. Our MSMEs watching now can duplicate your efforts and be able to adapt digitalization to sustain their growth. Onward to the next topic will be presented by My Legal Wiz, a cloud-based platform that can access important business and legal forms from any device and get legal research assistance on topics about labor, corporate governance, commercial transactions, and taxation, among others. Our speaker is a lawyer and an entrepreneur who advocates for entrepreneurship and cultural and mindset change of our nation to be able to achieve prosperity and true freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the founder of My Legal Wiz, Attorney Dexter Feliciano. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Cherry. Good afternoon po sa lahat. I'm not sure kung na-discuss ko na to during the pandemic kasi po during the pandemic, Cherry, nagkaroon kami ng series of seminars sa lahat sa mga DTI, regional centers, and negosyo centers pala all over the country. Ngayon, we want to reintroduce or introduce My Legal Wiz to those who are not were not able to attend during that time. So before that, can I share a video?
Yes, sir.
Share screen ako. Ito po yung ano namin, parang summary ng presentations namin during the pandemic na nakatulong po sa mga maliliit na negosyante, sa mga nagsa-start pa lang, at saka yung mga malalago na rin no, na negosyo. So ito po yun. Ayun. Before anything else po, I invite you to sign up, no? Sa credits.mylegalwiz.com. Nasa screen po yan. Madali lang po mag-sign up, libre lang. No, credits.mylegalwiz.com. So pag nakita nyo po yan, parang Google yan. Pero pwede po kayong magtanong kung may legal questions kayo. Anything. Actually, syempre, you want to focus on your business, no? Ang goal po namin is ilabas na sa trabaho ninyo o yung pag-alala ninyo yung mga legal issues sa negosyo ninyo para makapag-focus kayo sa kung ano man ang ginagawa ninyo sa business. For example, nagtitinda or nagma-market, etc. or kung nasa real estate man kayo, you can focus on that core business. Yung mga support services like legal services, pwedeng kami na ngayong aako ngayon. Kung may question kayo about tax, kung may question kayo about your contracts, kung may question kayo about labor and employment, no, or affidavits, kailangan nyo magpa-draft ng mga affidavits or ng mga agreements, sa MyLegalWiz na po yan. Kaya sign up for free po sa credits.mylegalwiz.com. So ano po yan? Yan ang basic na tanong, no? Ano po ang MyLegalWiz? So ang MyLegalWiz po is like your digital, stop share ko muna. Tingnan natin dito. Tingnan natin. Pakita. Yan. Ito po, itsura niya, no? Pag pinasok nyo yung credits.mylegalwiz.com. Nakikita na po ba, Miss Cherry?
Yes po.
Okay, yan. Oo, nakikita nyo dyan, no? Napakadinis. It's like a search box lang. Pero kung makikita nyo dyan, merong credits. No? Pag tinype nyo affidavits, sinearch ninyo, makakakuha po kayo ng lahat ng affidavits. So, kumbaga, kung napanood nyo po yung video, ang sabi po nga ng mga DTI regional directors, ay parang personal lawyer ninyo without hiring a lawyer. So easily, you can get these documents. Meron ba kayong affidavit of loss, pati affidavit of legitimation of child? Kasi alam naman natin, yung legal issues naman, hindi naman siya focus lang sa business. Minsan you're focused on your business, pero nagkakaroon ka ng mga distractions kasi may mga legal issues ka outside of your business. You can also use MyLegalWiz. You can ask questions in Tagalog and or English or Taglish. Tapos sinasagot po namin yan. Kung nakita nyo po kanina sa Huntahang Legal, meron po kaming segment doon. Sa UNTV po yun. Ang host po doon ay ang now chairman of COMELEC, si Attorney George Erwin Garcia. Dati po siyang dean ng pamantasan ng lungsod ng Maynila. Kinuha po nila ang MyLegalWiz para sa mga law students nila, nagamit nila ng maayos. Tapos, yun nga, ginagamit din po ng mga non-lawyers yon. Yung management ng isang kumpanya o ng isang SME, ng sole proprietor. Kasi po, pwede po siya magtanong kung paano ba yung kailangan ba siya na mag-issue ng resibo or kailangan ba niyang magbayad ng minimum wage, kunyari less than 10 employees lang siya or dalawa lang sila na or may contractual employees siya, kaya ano ba yung tamang pagbabayad ng sweldo or tamang pagbabayad ng buwis. Yan po ang tinatanong and sinesearch nila sa MyLegalWiz. Kaya kung makikita nyo po dyan sa credits.mylegalwiz.com, sign up for free and explore nyo po. You can type anything that is legal there. No, ito affidavit lang ang tinype ko. Pwede natin type deed of sale o kaya ano na lang, yung lease agreement para mas related. Kunyari, meron kayong gustong pa-draft na lease agreement, pwede kayong mag-search ng lease agreement dito. Makikita nyo yung template ng lease agreement, pwede nyo i-fill upan kasi downloadable po siya or pwede po namin kayong tulungan kung paano gumawa ng lease agreement. Ano ba, nagpapalis ba kayo ng computer sa empleyado ninyo? Equipment lease agreement yon. Magpaparent ba kayo ng kotse? Vehicle lease agreement yon. Nagpaparent ba kayo or pinaparentahan ba kayo ng isang unit, room, or building? Commercial contract of lease for commercial use with rental escalation clause. Meron pong mga ganyan na dokumento sa My Legal Wiz na makakatulong po sa inyo. So, kung may questions po kayo, pwede po kayo mag-raise ng hands or pakisabi po kay Cherry. Kung may mga questions kayo, ilagay nyo lang po sa chat box. Yan po, marami pong mga kontrata dyan. Marami po tayong pwedeng pagkuhanan. Okay, yan, pwedeng pagkuhanan. So, for example, meron pong nagtanong dati sa amin, meron siyang kantin. No, kailangan daw ng concession agreement. So, mamaya papakita ko, na-click ko pala tong contract of lease rental agreement. Ayan. Access for 500 credits. May 500 credits lang po kasi mahaba po ito eh. Ito po yung mga credits, no? You can purchase credits through My Legal Wiz, or you can check the knowledge section for free. Diba? Meron po tayong mga free knowledge entries dyan or sa reference section. And then, kung gusto nyo kumuha ng credits, pwede po kayong pumunta dito click nyo lang po yung green button sa taas. I have 4,940 credits kasi po, ano po to eh, demo account ko to eh. So, you can purchase credits through PayPal or put a promo code. Dati po, naglagay po kami ng DTI 500 na promo code. So, lahat po ng nag-access ng My Legal Wiz, may libreng 500 credits that they can use to consume legal content or get answers to legal questions sa My Legal Wiz. Yan po ang ginagawa namin. Gusto ko pong pakita sa inyo yung Ask Leah. No? Ang Ask Leah po ay isa sa mga pinaka-ginagamit na tool dito sa credits.mylegalwiz.com. Again, ang credits.mylegalwiz.com po ay parang digital na legal department ng isang negosyante. Hindi mo kailangan maging korporasyon, hindi mo kailangan na malaki ka na para makakuha ng quality legal advice or legal knowledge. Dahil po sa My Legal Wiz, makakakuha na po kayo ng kalidad na serbisyong legal. No? As long as hindi po kayo pupunta sa korte, kasi pag pupunta na po kayo sa korte and magdedemanda kayo, we can refer you to a lawyer. Kasi po ang digital system namin, hindi naman siya ang magre-represent sa inyo. Ang bibigay lang po namin ay legal guidance, legal knowledge that can help you understand your legal issue or legal situation. Or if you have legal questions, para malinawan lang po kayo, bago kayo kumuha ng abogado, or kung may abogado naman kayo, gusto nyo lang i-confirm yung sinabi ng abogado sa inyo, pwede nyo pong gamitin ng My Legal Wiz. Especially, this software, yung Ask Leah, yung service namin na Ask Leah, Legal Engineer Assistant. Click nyo lang po to. Pili lang po kayo. Kailangan nyo ng legal form. Request for a legal form. Type nyo lang. Pwede pong paggawa ng software licensing agreement. Example lang po. Or, pwede pong paggawa ng employment contract. Ito pong employment contract na to, meron na po tayo sa legal forms. Example lang po ito. Kunyari, wala pa sa legal forms section natin. Ang legal forms po kasi, yan po yung mga dokumento na ginagamit ng isang negosyante sa kanyang business. Example, employment contracts, lease agreement, deed of sale. Nandyan po lahat yan. Kung wala naman po dyan, you can go to Leah, click nyo lang po tong icon na to, and ask for that form and gagawin po namin yung template para sa inyo. Ganun po, kadali na lang sa My Legal Wiz. Tapos yung questions po, libre lang yon. Ang answers po, depende sa complication ng question. Pwedeng 0 yung credits, or pwedeng 50, 50, 100, or as kung sobrang complicated, like software licensing agreement, baka 500 yon or even 1,000. 1,000 credits po is equivalent to 1,000 pesos. So, ganun lang po yun. Kasi ang ginawa naming kaibahan sa traditional legal service is kasi pag maliit ka lang na negosyante, ayaw mo namang gumastos ng sobra sa legal service dahil alam naman po namin, ako abogado ako, de oras po ang mga abogado eh. Pag nagtanong ka sa kanila, kung nagtagal sila sa tanong mo, yun, mas malaki rin po ang babayaran niyo kasi de oras sila eh. Per hour may rate sila, kunyari 2,000 pesos per hour. May mga mas senior na abogado, 5,000 per hour. Kami po, hindi po natin ginagawa yon. Yung tanong nyo lang po, tapos sasagutin namin kung madali lang, either 0 yung credits or 50 pesos lang or 50 credits. Ganun lang po. Kasi po, ang aim po namin is to really provide quality legal services sa lahat po ng Pilipino. Sa lahat po. Kaya nga po yung mga negosyante, yung mga MSMEs sa Pilipinas, sinisimula na pong ginagamit ang My Legal Biz. And ito ang nagsisilbing digital legal department nila. Kasi po, ang notion natin ng legal department, dapat malaking kumpanya ka. Ito nga, dahil meron ng My Legal Biz, pati mga maliliit na negosyante, they can get their own legal tool, no, legal software that will serve as their digital legal department as they grow their business. So ganyan po ang My Legal Ways. You can search anything there. No, ito disagreement kanina, sinearch ko. Sa knowledge po yan po ang legal content ng My Legal Ways. So kahit ano pong legal subjects from labor, taxation, criminal, civil, transportation, international commercial transaction, importations, nandyan po dyan sa My Legal Ways. So, yun lang po actually. Kung may questions po kayo, doon po natin i-further yung discussions. Mary, may question ba?
I-check lang po natin. Okay. Thank you very much
Okay.
po muna, sir, Attorney
Yes.
Feliciano, for that great presentation about your company services. And again, for participants, you may now raise your hand or type your questions in the chat box if you have any queries about My Legal Way. Okay, may I now turn over the virtual floor to Sir Jowa for the Q&A session.
Salamat po, attorney, for that napaka-exciting na platform. Kasi pag pinag-uusapan po natin ng legal, automatic po naiisip natin mahal, di ba? So maganda po yung pag-introduce nyo nitong platform na to sa ating mga MSME. Sir, ang question ko lang muna, ano po ba yung naging inspiration nyo? Bakit you decided to come up with this platform, digital platform, yung legal platform natin?
Ayun, Rafael ba o?
Referral po. Jawo na lang,
Referral.
sir. Jawo. Opo,
Jawo, oo, mas kilala ko si Jawo eh. Kasi fan ako ng Hinebra nun eh. Anyway, thank you, Jawo. No? Ang inspiration ko kasi, nung nag-aral ako ng law school, ang hirap, ang gastos kasi ng mga libro namin. Pinapa-photocopy namin yan, tapos gumagastos kami ng 500 pesos a week. So nakita ko yung problema. Sabi ko, bakit hindi na lang digital yung information? So ginawa namin, dinigitize namin yung mga kaso ng Supreme Court. Doon kami nagsimula. 2010 yon, 12 years ago. Tapos nagtayo kami ng korporasyon, ng business, naka-register kami sa SEC. Tapos in-offer namin sa mga eskwelahan. So ang mga eskwelahan nag-subscribe, ang Bangko Sentral nag-subscribe, ang Bureau of Treasury, other government agencies like the Solicitor General, etc. Meron silang My Legal Ways. Tapos yun na nga, nakita namin na hindi lang pala abogado at mga law students ang may kailangan nito. Ang may kailangan, actually, ang mas impactful ang My Legal Ways sa mga non-lawyers, sa mga nag-hesitate kumuha ng abogado or nahihiya or ayaw gumastos ng sobrang mahal initially if they just need legal knowledge. Kasi legal knowledge, you can access it for free. Kung walang may legal whiz, pwede ka mag-Google eh. Kaya lang, ang Google is a generic search engine. Hindi siya tinatawag na organized like my legal whiz na focused lang sa legal and naka-organized by topics. Tulad nito, tinype ko, no return, no exchange policy. Meron tayong RA 7394 na bawal ito, no prohibition of no return, no exchange. So yun, nagkakaroon ng karagdagan na kaalaman ang isang negosyo na hindi niya pwedeng tanggihan kung may basihan naman yung pag-return ng isang produkto na binili sa kanilang tindahan, for example. So yun, consumer naman yun. Pero ang maganda dito sa My Legal Wiz, hindi lang knowledge ang binibigay sa'yo, pati serbisyo. Yun nga yung Ask Lea natin. No, yun yung ang inspiration ko talaga is to make quality legal services available to the masses. Every Filipino, for me, should have My Legal Wiz. Kasi libre lang naman eh. Kung kailangan mo, edi pwede kang mag-load up. Mura lang. Mag-load up ka. Or kung hindi mo naman kailangan, at least may account ka na. Diba? Naka-ready na. We call it legal insurance nga eh. Legal insurance without a fee, like a monthly fee or a premium, like life insurance or something. Ang legal insurance is, you have something to lean on, to rely on, pag may kailangan ka ng answer sa iyong legal issue or legal problem. So ito po ang may legal is kasagutan doon.
So, maganda sir, yung attorney, yung sinabi nyo, no, para sa ating mga MSMEs as they try to expand also. Siyempre, once they expanded, mangangailangan niya ng maraming departments. So yung sinabi nyo po, yung digital legal department, napaka ano po noon, parang ang ganda po na pakinggan para sa ating mga MSMEs kasi they don't need to retain yung mga manpower or yung may physical office pa. Tapos, di ba, yung business model nyo po is you can just load up credits, then you will use the credits if needed, no, sir? Di ba, attorney?
Yes.
So, yun po, napaka-beneficial po sa ating mga MSME participants po natin ngayon. Yung ganong, since we are into digital na talaga, so you just use kung ano yung kailangan mo, di ba?
Correct.
Opo.
Tama lang. Naka-standby lang siya. Kumbaga, mag-sign up ka for free. Kung hindi mo kailangan ngayon, okay lang. Pero biglang naisip mo, naku, may problema ako sa isang empleyado or sa isang contractual ko. Humihingi ng raise. Ayaw niyang ibigay yung servisyo niya pag hindi ko binayaran. So, pwede kang magtanong ngayon sa My Legal Wiz pag kailangan mo. Or you can search first kung ano yung contractual employment. Or for example, may naisip ka lang na outside of business. Kasi alam naman natin, lahat naman tayo, tao, na whether may relation sa negosyo or hindi, pwede nyo pong gamitin My Legal Wiz. Kunyari, meron kang pinagdadaanan na annulment. No, you can type annulment or anong tawag dito, land titles, may binibenta kayo ng lupa ng magkakamag-anak. Pwede nyong itanong dito. Pwede kayong mag-download ng mga extrajudicial settlement. Sa legal forms po yan. From personal to business, ma-access nyo po ang My Legal Wiz.
Attorney, yung maybe you can share ano po ba yung based on your experience sa My Legal Wiz? Ano po kaya yung mga some 5 legal business issues na madalas na kinakaharap ng mga ating MSMEs or yung nare-receive ng My Legal Wiz po for guidance?
Ito, I can share some questions. Top share ko lang ha. I can share some sample Ask Lea questions na mga tinatanong ng mga users natin. I-check ko lang ito. Share. Naka-pause yata yung screen ko. Sandali lang ha. I-X ko lang ito. Parang dun siya pumapasok eh. Ayun. Okay. Top legal questions first, no? Sasagutin ko muna. Usually, ang questions sa sa My Legal Wiz is about employment, no? Mga contract of employment, no? Concession agreement, lease contracts, and ano ba itong mga to? Nung pandemic, yung mga nag-lease ng mga units na hindi nila nagamit as office, may termination fee yun. Kumbaga, pag tinapos mo nang hindi pa pag ang tawag dito, pag terminate mo yung contract, hindi pa natatapos yung kontrata, may penalty fee. Kunyari, 12 months ang kontrata mo sa lease. Hindi mo nagagamit yung opisina kasi pandemic. 6 months pa lang, sinabi mo na sa lessor mo na hindi na po namin itutuloy yung renta kasi po wala naman pong negosyo, sarado po lahat. Tapos sasabihin ng lessor, o sige, i-terminate natin, pero bayaran mo kami ng termination fee. Ang tanong nila doon, kailangan ba nilang bayaran yung termination fee despite na hindi natutuloy yung negosyo na because of government mandated COVID protocols or parang stop business muna? So yun, sinasagot namin na, for example, sagot namin doon, hindi mo kailangan bayaran kasi there's a real drastic change of circumstances na hindi na-foresee ng isang negosyante. Hindi natin na-foresee ang pandemic eh. So it's a fortuitous event. So nagkaroon na ng shift and pwedeng hindi nila bayaran ang termination fee. Yun yung mga usual na nakukuha namin na question. Pero, kung titignan yung screen dito, may mga personal questions na tinatanong sa amin outside of business. Now yan, tulad nito, sustento ng sustento ng anak. Ito naman, nagtanong naman siya, nangungupahan siya sa isang residential subdivision upang gawing commissary kitchen at dine-in facility. Gusto lang niya humingi ng opinion o comment sa contract na ipinadala sa kanya ng may-ari ng bahay. So, nagre-review rin tayo ng contract. For example, may kontrata na po kayo, no? Ibigay nyo lang po sa amin. Nandyan po sa Ask Leia, pwede nyong i-upload doon yung dokumento and i-review namin. Tama ba to? Legal ba tong sinabi sa kontrata? Sasabihin namin sa inyo. So instead of you going to a lawyer na nahihiya kayo or may kamag-anak or kaibigan kayo na pwede niyong pagtanungan pero hindi naman available kasi 12 midnight na or nasa abroad or nahihiya kayo kasi baka kailangan yung bayaran or ayaw magpabayad pero deserving naman bayaran, ito na yun. Ang My Legal Wiz na po ang sasalunon ang digital legal department ninyo.
Okay, thank you for that. So, attorney, yung kada question po ba may credits na kailangan? Just parang verification po.
Good question, Jowo. Ang questions are free. Any questions are free. The answers have credits. Oo. So, magtatanong ka, for example, itong tanong na ito about commissary comment sa kontrata na ipinadala ng may-ari ng bahay. Kung nakikita nyo po yan sa audience natin, ang tanong po na yan, libre. Ang sagot, hindi. Ang gagawin namin is we will give an excerpt of the answer and read more for 50 credits. In other words, 50 pesos. Diba? Liit lang. 50 pesos. Tapos mababasa nyo na yung buong answer. Kunyari, may ginawa kami na kontrata. Iba naman ito. Okay, we did a commissary tawag dito, contract of a concession agreement. I-upload na namin sa legal forms yun. Tapos, before you can download it, 100 na credits doon. Pag-click nyo sa 100 credits, doon lalabas yung buong dokumento.
So parang kunyari, kung may specific ka lang talaga na gustong i-clarify, attorney, no? hindi na kailangan talaga yung pumunta ka sa abogado na 2,000 per hour
Oo.
yung rate na ang gusto mo lang naman itanong isang ano lang, isang clarification lang na tanong. So at least nakatipid para ka lang pong nagpapa-load or parang nagbabayad ka lang ng kung ano man yung mga prepaid po. So attorney, meron lang pong medyo question po. Do you also answer yung mga IP related na mga issues, yung mga non-disclosure agreement?
Oh, yes.
Opo.
Opo, okay. Before I answer that, ang maganda sa My Legal Ways, before pa kayo magtanong, pwede na kayo mag-research. For example, employment, no? Project employment contract na type ko. Non-disclosure agreement. Meron tayo. Ang dami na po namin non-disclosure agreement questions and non-disclosure agreement na forms. Na pag dinownload niyo, dokumento po lalabas. Tapos pwede nyo i-edit kasi Word document eh. Ayan po, non-disclosure agreement, mutual non-disclosure, confidentiality agreement, may training agreement pa. Lahat po ng may agreement lumabas eh. So yan, confidentiality and non-competition agreement. Ito naman po, itong confidentiality and non-competition agreement, ginagamit din po ito sa mga restaurants. Kasi, yung recipe, no? Kasi minsan, may mga chef na nagtatayo o in-employ sila ng isang restaurant. Tapos, after a few years, aalis sa restaurant and magtatayo ng sariling negosyo. So, minsan, nagkakaroon sila ng issue na gano'n. Now, for example, this confidentiality and non-competition agreement is for 150 credits. 150 credits, 150 pesos. So you'll have an excerpt of that one, preview only, nakikita niyo po yan. Pero pag kinlik niyo yung access for 150 credits, makikita niyo na yung buo and mada-download niyo. So ganun lang kadali. If you compare it with a traditional, yes, Jabo, if you compare it kasi with a traditional legal service, papagawin mo ito sa abogado, libo-libo po ang gagastusin ninyo.
Yun. So maganda pong ano yun. Ayan po medyo maganda po sa pakinggan para sa ating mga MSME participants. No? Siyempre, as much as possible po, we want to utilize yung ating funds to be allocated to other expenses po no ng business like yung expansion. So kung yung mga minimal legal issues naman or concerns, eto na po, nandito po yung My Legal Ways. Siguro attorney, yung last question ko po, kunyari medyo mas malalim po yung concern ng ating isang MSME. Does My Legal Ways also provide parang option na meron po ba kayong legal team na pwede rin mag-represent or do you refer? Kasi para po yung kompleto kumbaga yung service. Parang do you refer also po ba yung sa legal team pag talagang pag may kaso na po na mangyayari or may sampahan na ng kaso?
Good question, Jowo. Yes, oo. Pag umabot na sa ganon, may kasuhan na, may pupunta na sa korte, magda-draft na ng pleading, we refer you to our lawyer partners. May mga lawyer partners tayo eh. So kung kailangan mo ng abogado, punta lang kayo ulit sa Leah. Dito po sa icon na to. Ask Leah, Legal Engineer Assistant. And then, I need an attorney. Sasabihin namin dito, describe your legal situation below so we can refer you to an appropriate legal professional. Ayun. I-type nyo lang po dito. Pag nakita na namin ng team namin yan, i-refer na namin kayo sa lawyer partners namin. Pag nakuha po ng lawyer partner namin, yung mga initial questions ninyo, ang agreement namin sa kanila is libre lang muna. Unless, of course, meron na kayong parang papadraft na contract o na pleading, etc. o paparepresent na kayo na po mag-uusap nun separately from My Legal Ways.
Ayun. So, thank you, attorney. Siguro, bago po namin kayo maybe we can request a few words, no, para sa ating mga MSMEs. At the same time, you may want to also promote, kasi para nakita ko kanina, meron po kayong baka may mga shows pa po kayo, no? Like yung sa UNTV, kung existing pa po yun, you can invite our mga MSME participants here po.
Sige. Iano ko lang ulit itong follow us na namin. I-share ko lang ulit. Okay. Ayun. Share. Ayan. So, ang vision po ng My Legal Ways is to be the personal legal assistant of all Filipinos. Lahat po ng Pilipino deserve to have quality legal assistance and knowledge. Yan po ang vision ng My Legal Ways, and gagawin po namin yan. Ang term nga po, technical term is democratization of quality legal knowledge and services. Kasi magastos po if you will go to the traditional way, di ba? Although tinutulungan po namin yung mga abogado, pero in reality, hindi po lahat ng abogado available. We only have 50,000 lawyers, active lawyers in the country. We have a lot of people, millions po tayo sa buong Pilipinas. We have maybe more than 1 million MSMEs siguro in the country, if I'm not mistaken. So, and not only that, even lawyers cannot, scale. Tinatawag na parang always available. They are not ubiquitous. Like you can access them anytime, at night or at weekends, holidays. Sa My Legal Ways, 24/7 po yan. Kaya tinatawag po namin yan Digital Legal Department. So sa lahat po ng MSMEs natin, in partnership of course with the DTI, matutulungan po namin kayo. You can just sign up to credits.mylegalwiz.com. Libre lang po yan. Kung kailangan nyo, just purchase credits, hundreds, 200. Tapos you ask the question and then we will efficiently answer them for you. And wag po kayo mag-alala kasi these are vetted by lawyers and we are actually used by lawyers themselves for their clients. So yun lang po. Again, tama po si Jawo na yung pera ninyo will be focused or invested in your core businesses rather than on these kinds of stuff. Like yung mga support services lang like legal. Ito, i-outsource nyo na sa amin ito. I-outsource nyo na sa mga digital tools ito. Sabi nga po ng previous speaker, gamitin po natin lahat ng mga digital tools na makakatulong sa negosyo, whether maliit na tindahan yan. Actually, kahit naglilinis ka ng sapatos, for example, no, sapatero ka, na nagtatahi ka ng damit, no, ito na po yun, no. Tutulungan po namin kayo whether personal or business legal issue. Pag ginamit nyo po ang Ask Lea sa credits.mylegalwiz.com, Tagalog or English man yan, tutulungan po namin kayo. And sometimes, usually, pag nag-answer po kami, usually, yung initial question, libre. Libre yung answer. So, mas maganda po. Para lang po na makatulong kami. And then, yung next siguro, kung mas complicated na yung answer na kailangan, siguro, merong 50 credits lang na isisingil or 100 credits, which is way, way, way cheaper than the traditional way of getting legal services today.
Yun. Salamat po, attorney. Siguro sa ating mga participants, no, mag-sign up na po tayo, and also may we request for a virtual round of applause kay attorney Dexter, no. Hopefully, Sir attorney, in the future events namin, we can still invite you po, and wag po kayong magsawang pagbigyan ng aming request bilang resource person po para sa ating mga MSMEs.
Yes, yes.
Aba.
Thank you.
Cherry, I'll turn over the floor to you. Thank you po, attorney.
Thank you.
Thank you again. Thank you again, Attorney Feliciano. We appreciate your taking time to speak to us today on the services of My Legal Week. Okay, we have come to the end of our MSME DigiTalks for this year. For the closing remarks, we have prepared a message from our Division Chief of the Monitoring and Evaluation Division from the Bureau of SME Development, Ms. Cynthia De La Cruz.
Magandang hapon po ulit sa inyong lahat. We come to the end of our series on SME DigiTalks for this year. We have done 7 exciting episodes. The conduct of this SME DigiTalks every Thursday is our support to assist SMEs embrace digitalization and to help improve their business operations and competitiveness. This is in view of the recent directions of DTI Secretary Alfredo E. Pascual to upgrade, upsize, and upskill SMEs. With the sharing of information by technology providers and government agencies on various programs and technology tools on productivity, payment solutions, enterprise resource planning, e-commerce, and many more, we hope for our SMEs to see the importance of digitalization in improving their business operations. Our tech providers have shown this in many areas of the business, particularly in ease of doing transactions, minimizing costs, saving time and effort in handling inventory, sales, logistics, and even efficient customer support. Digitalization, in fact, has allowed businesses to recover quickly during the disruptions brought about by the pandemic and now even more prepared for the next normal. At this point, we wish to express optimism and confidence in our SMEs and startups that they will recover and restart with even greater momentum with the digital tools now made even more available for their use. Let us continue working together and encourage everyone here to take advantage of information sessions on digitalization such as this DigiTalks. To our SMEs, we invite you to learn and make use of the tools offered by our partners to improve your business operations, strengthen your market position, and hopefully this will contribute to a better Philippine economy on its road to recovery in the coming months. We also would like to take this opportunity to thank all our partners for assisting us in sharing their expertise to help SMEs embrace with confidence the challenges the new normal brings with digitalization. Thank you to our partners in the government sectors, Department of Information and Communication Technology, or DICT, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, Small Business Corporation, and the Department of Science and Technology for sharing their programs to our participants. We would like to thank our private sector partners, Peddler Philippines, Sales, JustPay2, MasterCard Philippines, Investri Philippines, Credit BPO, HappyGo Philippines, Shopboxo, Betana Global Solutions, StoreHub, TeamView, Amazon Web Services, ROC Philippines, No Code Philippines, and of course our speakers this afternoon, Taxumo, Lista Philippines, My Legal Wiz. We would also like to recognize the great efforts of our DTI regional focal persons and the assistance provided for the successful and fruitful conduct of these DigiTalks. Thank you all also to our regional directors, OIC, RD Juliet Lucas of DTI CAR, DTI Region 1 RD Grace Baluyot, DTI Region 2 ARD Winston Simon, DTI Region 3 ARD Brigida Pili, DTI Mimaropa RD Joel Valera, DTI Region 5 RD Rodrigo Aguilar, DTI Region 9 RD Al Asamir Dipae, DTI Region 10 RD Hermigilio Abang, DTI Region 11 RD Maria Belinda Amdi, DTI Region 12 OIC RD Flora Gabonales, DTI Caraga RD Gate Hidalgo, and DTI NCRO RD Marcy Alcantara for the inspiring messages of support. And of course, our Undersecretary, Blisila Lantayona of the DTI Regional Operations Group, and Undersecretary Rafaelita Aldaba of the Competitiveness and Innovation Group for the inspiring messages and for the support for SMEs to shift to digitalization. And hopefully with this, our SMEs will be more inspired to pursue innovative opportunities. We hope that this activity will not only inspire, but also encourage our partners and enablers to help in the advocacy to support a digital community and MSMEs ready to embrace digitalization. We hope that this program has been meaningful, stimulating, and rewarding intervention from both the DTI and the enablers. May we all commit to supporting the SMEs in unleashing their full potentials, embracing digitalization, and that with this newfound knowledge, encourage those SMEs who have doubts about their capacities that they have more to offer. This is only the beginning of our digitalization efforts. We hope to see more regions pursuing similar activities, entering new partnerships, and developing programs more targeted to the needs of their SMEs. BISMED will continue in fostering partnership with technology providers, developing information materials on SME digitalization, and documenting success stories on digitalization by SMEs and enablers, all with the end in view of capacitating our frontliners, the DTI regional and provincial offices, with the business counselors, in providing the needed support for our SMEs to thrive in the digital world. Again, thank you and stay safe.
Thank you very much, Ms. Ching, for that inspiring message. We hope we could continue conducting our DigiTalks next year. Please watch out for that. We would like to thank our speakers for today for sharing their valuable insights to us. Thank you for helping us become more aware of the various solutions that your company offers in terms of financial and legal tools. We also would like to thank our MSMEs for joining us today, and we hope you have learned and be able to check out the platforms that has been presented. We hope that you would take advantage of these learning sessions provided by our department and would help your business to grow and overcome challenges. Before we leave, kindly accomplish the customer satisfaction form or CSF via the link in the chat box. We will issue certificates to those who have attended at least 4 topics in any session and have completed filling out our CSF. Okay, before we leave, again, let us open our cameras and let's greet our classmates. Advance Merry Christmas! Okay, last session na natin to. So, pagkakataon na natin to para i-greet ang isa't isa na advance Merry Christmas. Okay? Advance Merry Christmas po sa inyo lahat.